Welcome to tonight's webcast. My name is Gina Fernandez, and basically, the whole purpose of this is to allow people out there, even yourselves, to connect with different individuals that you can actually relate to. And, you know, um, since becoming an entrepreneur, right, I have learned that the only way you're ever going to succeed within business or in life is by helping others around you, right? And most oftentimes, you hear people talking about, oh, I'm very genuine about helping others. And then in the end, it really just turns out to be all about them, right? It really turns out to be all about them. And they worry so much that if they go out there and literally expose other leaders and expose other entrepreneurs, they're going to feel like, you know, everything is going to be taken away from them. That's like one less person for them to become successful, right? And that's really not the case at all. And to be honest with you guys, it in business, if you want to be successful, you're going to want to work with somebody that you can relate to, because in the long run, not only is it going to help the individual that can relate to you, it's also going to help you in your business, right? So, again, like I said in the message that you guys have probably received from me, put away your credit cards, because there's really nothing that we're trying to sell here. Okay, again, it's just to help you guys connect with different individuals that you can relate to. And, who knows, maybe you guys were sent here by me, invited on here by me, and your story, your struggle, adversities, and obstacles, right? The things that you've gone through in life probably does not relate to me. And that's okay. That's okay, right? Because I actually want you guys to connect with those that you can relate to. I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Miss Jocelyn.
All right, all right. What up, guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Cool. Awesome. All right. Um, this is crazy. It's like one of my first times actually doing this. So my name is Jocelyn Morales, aka Joss. If you guys can follow me on my blog, it's bossladyjoss.com, BOSSJOSSLADY.com. I was like, how do you spell this? Anyways, guys, just sharing with you. Part of being involved with this community and basically the struggle of being an entrepreneur was kind of a long road. I've been exposed to like the home business arena since I was actually 17 years old. And I'm actually live periscoping this right now, so people can hear it. And it was a struggle. I knew that it was different. I knew that I wanted something different. I took a good look at my friends, my family, my peers, and I looked at everybody. I was like, you know what? Like, do they really have what I want? Are they doing what I, want to do? Because everybody who had like a job, who went to school, they were all miserable. They hated their job. They weren't making enough money. They were in debt, and they were just stressed out. And I was like, if you're telling me the key to happiness is to go to school, you know what I mean, for a whole on and just kind of get a good job with benefits, like that was like it, you'd be living a life. I took a look around, I said, you guys are lying. So that's what actually made me to kind of like waking up my entrepreneur spirit to look for something different. I knew there had to be a different way. So henceforth, I've been, in and back and forth, with different companies in the past since I know I look young, but like that's 10 years ago. I'm like almost 30. Oh my gosh, I know. So the whole idea of growing yourself and learning new skills totally intrigued me, and the fact that when you come into this arena, nobody necessarily takes a look at what your prior experience is. You can come in wherever, I mean, as long as you have the desire, you're willing to learn the skills necessary. Holy crap! You put two and together, you can like literally prepare yourselves. Like I've literally seen, I can tell you stories upon stories of people who, a homeless guy living in a freaking van, you know what I mean? And then now a multimillionaire running a company, you know what I mean? All that's making it, $150 million in a year. You know what I mean? I think that's freaking awesome. And another guy who used to be addicted to drugs. You know what I mean? Went on, you know what I mean, saw himself better, and then from that, boom, millionaire now, you know what I mean? So when you hear these stories of people who've like lived and like, oh my god, I used to live in a box, I mean, they kind of like, you're like, are these people for real? trust me, I asked the same questions myself, and I wanted to find out. I needed to meet these people in person, and right now you're meeting me virtually, as well as all these other people that we maybe can relate or so. And wow, it's amazing. So those are, for me, it was inspiring, and I just knew there had to be something different. You know what I mean? About 2 years ago, just a quick little story of like actually what fused me to be on the internet per se. 2 years ago, I was actually in a life and death situation. Okay, like it was one of those situations where you're like you're in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of deal, and I actually was held up to being robbed, attempt to be robbed, and instead of losing my car, that was going to happen. I actually got stabbed, like no joke. Holding this thing. This is my scar. I don't know if you guys can see that. Terrifying. I mean, like boom. When it happened, it just happened so fast, and my whole life flipped upside down. It's like, what do you do when you get to that point? You know what I mean? I'm freaking out. You know, I worked at a job. I was going to school full time. You know, life was great. I was saving money. I was paying off debt, and then something like this happens, and you're like, crap. Damn it, what do I do from then? And I had to take time off. Like I had to get surgery, and at the same time, like how am I going to pay for these medical bills that are stacking up and up and up? And I knew that if I were to go back to my job, you know what I mean, even though I had to take a whole year off, you know what I mean, I wouldn't necessarily make enough money to even barely survive, let alone who was going to go help me to pay these bills that were swooping in. I needed something different. So instead of, you know, crying the boo-hoos and my, you know, after getting surgery in my cast and just laying in bed in so much freaking pain, I was just like you on the other side of the screen, looking for a way, looking for an answer. And I stumbled upon like some videos online, and I was like, no way. Are these people for real? Is it possible? Is it freaking possible that you can actually, you know, make money online, you know, doing simple things and following simple strategic steps, and to be able to grow yourself? And you know what? Like, I'm so glad I haven't looked back since, that I moved forward. I can say that for me personally, like, I've gotten results, you know what I mean? And things that I've like done in the past where the company's doing like traditional old school tactics as far as belly to belly kind of deal, home meetings, home parties, like I've done that, whatever. I sold juice, lotions, potions, whatever, you know what I mean, services, and nothing can compare to like just this community alone. Just some of the skills that I've learned here can transfer not just in this industry alone, but I can actually create an industry. I've actually done some consulting for some companies who want to promote and learn how to market, and that's what I love. I get to network with individuals who are making like, you know, 6 figures, 7 figures as well, masterminding with them, pick their brains and find out exactly what's working for them. So when I saw that, it's like a no-brainer, you know what I mean? Why not learn from the people who are doing it instead of people in school? I'm not knocking down school, but I'm going to tell you something like this. When I went to college, yo, all my teachers were broke. All they were talking about was saying like, oh my gosh, I'm still paying my student loans. I was like, are you serious? You try to tell me to be successful. You try to tell me how to run a business. You're trying to tell me that I got to get these grades, be in your class, not even use it. Oh my, I can't even tell you how much money I've wasted and how much time. And everybody doesn't even be in class. I mean, that's how passionate I'm about this, that the fact that I can go straight to what I want to learn, straight to getting results, masterminding with the people who are getting results, making the money that I want to make, dude, hands down, that's where I want to be. Those are people I want to connect with. And that's all I got to share, because honestly, like, and let me tell you, after coming from that depression, after getting stabbed and being jobless and getting another dumped $35,000 on top of the 20 that I was in debt alone, you know what I mean? Like I was hopeless. But the fact that I went out to meet these people face to face, shake their hands, hear their stories, totally uplift them, and I'm telling you, you cannot find a better community. So if there's anybody on this panel that you relate to, please connect with them on Facebook. Question their names. You'll see their pictures. If you see me on Facebook, connect with me. Ask questions, because honestly, I was just like you on the other side, looking for a way out. And that's all I got to share, Gina. Peace out, guys.
Oh, great. Thank you for sharing, Jocelyn. And you know, guys, this girl, man, she is freaking bold, man. She is freaking awesome, right? You know, she basically became my new friend. You know what I mean? I literally had I connected with her. You know, this is like the second time that I've actually met her in Vegas, right? And you know, when we connected and actually hung out with each other. It just felt like we knew each other for years, right? We knew each other for such a long time. So we hit the dance floor, right? We have this mixer, this cool event going on, and let me tell you, man. Homegirl broke it down, right? She got me all jealous. So now here, coming back home, I'm over here learning like new dance moves and stuff. So it's pretty awesome, guys. And like she said, if you connect or resonate with her at all, like even if you just know come on now, who would want to be friends with Jocelyn, Aaron, or even, anyone on here, Jamel, Stephen, right, Joan, just connect with us. Even though if your story does not resonate or doesn't at all fall in line with your struggles, just connect with us, guys, because everyone on here is freaking friendly as heck, right? And you will get to learn a lot from each individual. So, Jocelyn, you want to go ahead and hop on and let everybody know what you've done in life and
Definitely.
what steps you took.
All right, wait, what am I talking about again?
Let everybody know, what steps you took in order, in life that actually brought you to where you currently are, that they can use and run with.
All right, cool, dude. There's so much that I can share with you guys. I only got a short minute of time because I know you guys are like hanging on to be awake. But anyways, check this out, guys. Honestly, just being part of the community, I finally learned how to like actually market it in a different way, to actually be free to be me in a sense. I've done a lot of, I've worked so many different kinds of jobs. I've promoted different companies, and it was always trying to be this cookie cutter thing that like I really could not relate. I wasn't like this person that wanted to be in suits all the time or whatever and say all these things as jargon. I just wanted to be real and raw. That's what I honestly was my big takeaway from this group, from this society, just this community, I say, because they were just raw and real. It wasn't fake it till you make it. It wasn't saying this and this, hoorah, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like, I don't know about you, but like I want the realness, the rawness. And so my biggest step away was to actually just get that confidence to do it. Personnel is great, and the fact that I'm actually talking to you guys. Let me tell you a story. I stuttered a lot as a kid. I actually struggled reading. I had dyslexia. Like I couldn't read. I did not actually read my book until after high school. Okay, and it's just being in this industry that actually got me to read. For me to actually speak to you guys, like I started so much, I would cry, I had so high anxiety, and now it's just like, wow, you know what I mean? So that just definitely helped. And the skills here, like I said before, are definitely transferable. I just can't just use it here online. Like I said, I do a lot of freelance work, and I'm in LA. I'm a typical, like I work in production, I work on music videos, work with different artists and stuff like that. Some of this stuff is transferable that I can use and actually kind of create my own little different businesses, not just being online, but in consulting, and it's actually helped me get promotions. Like right now I'm working for this restaurant, you know what I mean? Like I just love the food industry because in the future I definitely see myself opening up a restaurant. So every chance I get, I take it upon as being taking ownership, and that's something, right? Like taking ownership or whatever it is that you are pursuing and doing. I've actually created a way where I'm actually doing marketing from one of like the largest, I don't want to say the name, but like one of the largest companies right now, which I'm drinking this thing, it's called California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, so I'm actually going to do some marketing for them, and we're doing some real stuff with the community, and that's honestly where I feel home to do. And taking my, I mean, what else is my biggest takeaways? I don't know, it's weird because you guys are all looking at me live on Periscope. But that's it. And to actually stay consistent, that's number one. You know what I mean? Taken from, I played basketball. You know what I mean? I wasn't the greatest player, I wouldn't say. I wasn't naturally gifted in any skills. I wasn't super tall. Yeah, I mean, I'm Asian, so I'm like 5'5", but with shoes, I'm 5'7", just to let you know. But the skills that I learned there proved to me or showed that like if you have the desire to learn, you're willing and open, just like Jeannie was saying, you know what I mean? You can learn to do this seriously. I mean, like people from all different shades, you know what I mean, size and talls and all over the world can adopt simple skills that are catered to you, the things that you want to learn. I think that's the biggest takeaway there, and actually happy. Like just Gina was saying, like she's like a whole different person. She's growing, and I'm excited for that. You know what I mean? Growing up poor too, right? You know what I mean? Like I grew up in the States, but to see the fact that change, like man, I want something more. I want something different, and to be able to communicate that to me is the biggest takeaway. My relationships with people are actually fuller. I mean, like I only know that I just met you guys seriously this past weekend, and Gina, I've only met you like twice in real life. You know what I mean? In different occasions, and I feel like I have friends for life, and it's really good that you have a community that literally supports you, encourages you, and willing to share. Well, as far as being in corporate America, I've done corporate America. I worked, you know what I mean, in retail stuff and all that stuff. It's always like cutthroat and dry. You know what I mean? People will stomp over you just to get that promotion or whatever, like put you under the bus. That's happened to me too many times. But here, you know what I mean, I see to be able to work with people where they're putting their ego aside, they're like, what can I do? How can we help you? How can we take your business to the next level? I think that says bar none for itself. I feel like I'm showing my cleavage in like Periscope, which is funny. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's my 2 cents. Plug in, stay in, and grow as a person, right? They say that you know your personal growth is tied to your pocket, right? So if you're growing this up right here, the big bucks in your pocket or your bank account is going to grow because why? It's relative to the people that you're hanging out with. And that's my biggest takeaway. Just learn and network with people who are making the money that you're making, doing the things that you want. When I saw people just traveling to have an online business per se and that you can operate anywhere all over the world, I was like, dude, I'm in. You mean this guy? There's this guy that's a surfer, and that's all he does. He just surfs for a living. That's all. You know, he posts his videos and on his blogs and pictures. I'm like, whoa, like he's living the dream. And I think that's very inspiring. Yeah, there you go. Take it away.
Oh, hey, thanks for sharing, man. And by the way, I don't know, man. I'm actually a lot shorter than you, Jocelyn. It's probably like a 10-inch heel to actually get to your eyes, right? But you know, I kind of distracted myself. All right, well, thanks for sharing. Again, you know, regardless of what type of struggle you guys are currently going through, everyone's gonna start somewhere, and you could be at the very bottom, lowest point in your life. And guess what? You know, I mean, I was at the very bottom, lowest point of my life. Everybody on here was, and they moved up. They moved up because they took action, and that's really all you guys need to do. So again, connect with all of us, guys. You know, let us know how we can help you, right? And again, I mean, don't be afraid to ask questions because we're gonna, you know, anyone that you connect with on here, we're gonna connect with you and we'll guide you. All right. So with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we will be seeing you guys soon. Bye.